Well, howdy, folks. Back for more. Today is the 9th, Friday, January 9th, 2026. And we are still working on our scene here. Actually, we're going to be done with it, I think, today, probably. For those of you, once again, who are new to my channel, if you popped onto this channel on this video and you haven't seen anything prior to this, what I'm doing is making a film, a short animated film of my own for fun. And I'm doing it in real time. So I'm treating these videos as like live tutorials where you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. If you happen to be working on your own animated film and you're interested in doing an animated film and you'd like to see someone who is working real time in a film over time, I'm your guy. Animation takes time to do. Requires consistency, requires commitment on a daily basis if you intend to finish something. The best way to do that is to set reasonable goals for yourself every day. You need to take time off. I always take the weekends off. So this tutorial runs for 5 days. I make a video each day, which is in the range of 20 to 30 minutes. And then on the weekends, I take that time off just to rest, take the Sabbath and all that. So anyways, so I make these short films. I show you how I'm doing it step by step in real time. And if you have questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section or a question. I also do teach animation classes one-on-one online. So if you are interested in a class, with me, I'm happy to do it. I do it for other people, and it's a fun class, and it's also a reasonably priced class too. If you're interested in taking the class, contact me either through the comments or through my email, which is lenordrobinson@yahoo.com. It's probably going to be on some of my videos in the description section. I'll try to make it a point to at least, put it in the description. If you don't see it in the description, then once again, just feel free to leave a comment in the comment section if you're interested. I also have some merchandise I haven't set up. There's a lot of little things I want to do that I have yet to do. So anyways, welcome to my channel. Also, these videos go back in time, so you have to find out where I started. You're going to have to go back several videos. I don't have numbers on my videos, which is not necessarily the smartest move of my own. I've got to, with my next project, or at some point, I think I do need to put numbers on them so that you have a sense of where I got started and where I am now. And yeah, so there you go. I haven't perfected my approach yet, but you get the point. Anyways, so that's a precursor so that you know exactly where you are here, what I'm doing, and you have a sense of where it's going. Okay. All right. So anyway, I've got Nora and Lenny putting these blocks up, and so we got the animation done. We are now in a cleanup mode, cleanup and color mode, and I'm doing the cleanup and the color at the same time. So, yeah. The last time I was talking about Nora coming in here, she's starting to come in on the left here. So I didn't have a model for her up. So I'm going to pull up the prior scene. You won't see it. I'm just going to pull it up for myself here so I can see what the color of the block is that she's got. Let's see here. Hold up. Let's see. I think. Well, this is 4, but what's 2? That's no, that's not it. Let's see. Well, Let's see, I guess if I pull up the whole, 2, 3, well, let's see, maybe I've got the, well, let's see here. I guess I'll have to find, let's see here. Looking for my video. That's not there. So what did I do with it? So it's not there either. Alright. Bear with me here. I'm looking for something. It's not going to be, that's not it. Okay. Alright, well, okay, so clearly I don't have it handy. So I'm not going to make you good folks wait while I'm sitting here fumbling with something that I should have had ready. Alright, anyways, we'll just go to the next frame here. So we'll just do Lenny, because clearly we don't have Nora. Should have had Nora, but we don't got her for whatever reason. I don't know what. She must be on a drive somewhere. I don't know where it is. All right, and I'm not just gonna make something up either. So, all right. So let's see. So go back to our brush, which is solid. We're gonna use black. It'll set it at 6 pixels, and we'll. Oops, wrong color. Black. There we go. All right. That's the color for Lenny's line. Nope. Let's see. How do I beat the system here? Let's see. So it's purple line. So we use the line tool. Thankfully, Rough Animator has a line tool. Happy about that. We have our setting for draws behind, so that elements that we're drawing will fall behind other lines, which is a very helpful thing in cleanup, but it's also very helpful in animation, well, and also in painting. Okay, we got a dark blue line on the top of this box. Okay. And tan line here, I'm remembering now. This color line here. Okay. Alright, back to the wavy line. For paint, we will paint Lenny. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing. Color on the shirt. Okay, he's got a purple block here. The light purple on the sides. We'll use a brush to get in here in the middle here between the fingers to make sure the color is right. Okay. Red on the top, green on the sides, yellow on the front. Okay, on to the next one. Back to, okay, we've got the wavy line. We're going to go black. Still on the fingers here as they're going around the box to disappear. Yeah. Generally speaking, people will do cleanup for paint in one color, primarily because it's quicker. But if you don't mind taking the extra time to put a color line around something, the advantage that you have with the color line is it just creates a softness when you're in the final image that you wouldn't have any other way, and it's really a good thing to do. Um, it's the thing I've noticed. Once again, Mr. Disney liked inked lines. All of his cartoons that during his lifetime when he was doing the old classic cartoons, all of those have self color lines. We use the terminology self color lines, so that the idea was that you want to give the audience the impression that the character is, um, how should we say it, that it's not a drawing. The idea is to make the character look like it's a form in space, and so they would do all of their line work in a color, and so it just softened the drawing. It made the drawing more appealing to look at. And so I find myself doing the same thing with my stuff. I like to give it a soft feel. So that's why I use the color line. It's a little more work, but I think it just looks better. So it really comes down to how much you want to do. As it is with anything that you do in animation, the more work you're willing to put into it, and obviously the more time it's going to take you to make it. But I guess you could sort of look at that as like, well, that's just a necessary evil. Crazy way to think of it as an evil thing. Um, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it became more of a thing as time went on. Back in the '60s, after they had made 101 Dalmatians, which I believe, was one of the first. Well, it was the first feature they did with the. It wasn't the first use of these Xerox, but it was the first feature, I believe, that they made using the Xerox technique. Once they started doing that, it was kind of like, okay, this is what we're going to always do because it was just the convenient way to work. And it was also something the animators liked it because they liked the fact that you got to see their drawing. Because up until that time, the animator's drawing, you never actually saw the animator's drawing in a Disney film. If you go back to the films like Snow White and Pinocchio and those films, everything was hand inked. The animators, there were drawings that existed, but the animators' actual drawing, was shrouded with. There was so many other layers and levels to get there. It's like you didn't actually see the animator's drawing. You're actually seeing in a lot, in generally speaking, you really actually never do see the animator's drawing. The animator has an assistant that goes over his drawing and cleans it up or tidies it up, and then that's what you actually end up with is a cleaned up um, drawing that is not the animator's drawing. Because the whole point is to make all the drawings look like they were done by one person. So they're trying to fool the audience into believing that a single person actually did all of this work, which of course is not true at all, because it really would be impossible for one person to do all of the work by themselves. It would be overwhelming to be able to have to do it that way. So it isn't done that way. Well, that's absolutely not how it's done. Let's see here. Okay, see, now I've got, you see, now this is where I really need to have north. Boom! We just cut. I just realized that what I had in the prior scene with her, color-wise, that I'm good to create a different color scenario here. So yeah, anyway, so problem solved. So anyways, let's go get, and let's see, I think what we'll do here, let's pick a different color line here. We'll say this line here, and we'll maybe color the box this color. Okay, so as she's coming in, we'll give this line and a blue box, dark blue box, because I think I thought I was lining up with a something that she was doing in the previous scene, but as it turns out, she's setting the box down that actually that Lenny is stacking his box on top of. So, and I didn't realize that until just now. So let's see. So in other words, I could use a different color box here. And she's got, yeah, okay, so her skin color, I know, is this. So luckily I remembered that. Okay, so did I get that right? No. Hold up. No, I didn't. Okay. So I got the wrong color for the lines here. It's this color here, the lighter color. Line tool. Boy, you really have to pay attention, boy. It's funny how I don't remember stuff sometimes. I have to just go back and really take a good careful look. It's like, what did I just do? Okay, so and I gotta get the color between the fingers on. That's tricky. Let's see. I guess I have to put that on top, don't I? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Tricky, tricky. All right, so now we're into the new stuff, right? Okay. So let's see. So let's get Nora first, because Nora is actually on the top. She's actually above Lenny, so. And she doesn't have a sleeve on her shirt. Her arms are bare. Okay, so. You know, a good thing to do, and I should do it myself, is put a model of the character in front of me. Let's see, but before you know what, let me get Lenny's line down there, because see, Lenny is working on top of this stuff. So go ahead and put him in here so that I can have the other lines work underneath his line, because it's a little easier to navigate that. There we go. Because see, he's pulling out, he's pulling back, so he's going off camera as Nora comes in. And let's see. Yeah, that's the purple line. So we want the purple line. We're going back to the line tool. Yeah, so we want all of this underneath, see, because it's intersecting with what um, with what um, what Nora's doing. There we go. There we go. And yeah, we got a dark blue line on the top here. This box. So actually this bottom box was the one that Nora set down first. Right. Yeah. There we go. That line there. Okay. So, all right. So then back to here, we'll go so color and color skin on Lenny. Shirt. Okay. Then, okay, on this block, we're going to go blue on that. Right. Purple here, and then the light purple here. Then we've got red and green and yellow. There we go. Play that. There we go. That's looking good. Got two more. Two more and we're done. There we go. Let's see. This looks like it might be a short video today. Let's see. So there, we're going to pull the wavy line up so we can do our line. So it's got Nora's hand here coming in. Oops. Let's see. There we go. The black line for Lenny. There we go. Let's see. There we go. And that. Okay. So back to the straight line. Let's see. So we got our light blue here for the block that Nora is putting on top. And we've got the purple line for Lenny's block there. There we go. That is my daughter in the background. My special needs daughter who likes to scream. Let's see. Dark blue on the top block here. Brown lines here. 1 and 2. And then, let's see, the blue line here. Okay. Then we'll go, we're on Nora's skin, Lenny's skin, right, blue on Lenny's shirt, blue on the block here. Let's see, between the fingers. Yeah. I know it doesn't go in there. Let's see. Just put it on the front then. Go. Okay, purple and the lighter purple. Red for the top, green for the sides, and yellow for the front. Okay, play. Yeah, we are almost done with this. Yes, sir. So good. All right, last one. So let's see. Back to our pen with the wavy line, which is the hand-drawn line. Okay. Trace the hand. Black line for Lenny. This is where the hands finally come off the block here. There we go. Ding ding. Hoo-ha. There we go. Boom and boom. Okay. All right, then let's see. Okay, so we have the light blue line. We got our line tool here, so the light blue line is going to go there on Nora's block. And the purple Lenny's block underneath. There we go. And then the dark blue line on the top for the bottom block. The 10 lines in the front here. And blue line on the back here. Okay, then color for Nora's arm, color for Lenny's hands, color for Lenny's shirt. That doesn't fill in there. Front. I'm filling in the little areas there. If you're wondering what I was trying to do in that last bit there, I was trying to fill in the little white spots where sometimes the color seeps through. Let's see, purple. See, like underneath this block here, that's purple, but you know, sometimes it doesn't quite color fill in. So I have to go back and fill it. Okay. See, like here, the red should have gone in this corner here. There we go. All right. There we go. We have a finished scene. Let's see here. Where's my... Stop it and we'll save. Save. So what we want to do here now is we want to take this down, the opacity completely down so that it's off. So that's our finished scene, you see. Dink, dink. Excellent. All right. Another scene finished. All right. Okay, good people. So this will be a short little video. All right, well, look, I won't see you guys for a couple of days. This is Friday, so I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good week, and hey, enjoy and relax, okay? Don't work too hard. All right. All right, I'll see you later. Have a great weekend.